This is Feed Your Mind. So the Bible speaks about being fruitful and multiplying. It's insisting that people continue to produce. Now, the world leaders, on the other hand, have been trying to put a stop to that for a long time. With the Roe versus Wade thing, that's been in effect for a lot of years, and that's a lot of people that were not able to become a human being on this earth because of what was stopped. So there's a lot of people that were not born. Plus, they want to maintain the world population at below 500 million for the world population, because right now they're saying there's about 7 billion. So to reduce the world population to below 500 million and maintain it at that level, and they don't want the world population to go over that, that means there's not going to be a whole lot of people here on this earth. It'll be easy to control, well, even more easier to control people. And that's what this is all about, because this whole thing is obviously about control. Because if the 7 billion continues to grow, then before you know it, there's going to be 10 billion and then 15 billion. I think it would even move faster because there's more people, and that would really accelerate the whole being fruitful thing. And the biblical instructions would be fulfilled. And what would happen would be people would start realizing more and more about what this place is. And I think the leaders are just afraid that they wouldn't be able to control it. And also they try to say it's about resources. So they're concerned about scarce resources. And, to me, that's not true, because, they've been suppressing resources. There's been all types of technologies and energy technologies that has been suppressed because they don't want people to realize the unlimited power of this earth. And if more people end up populating, then eventually people will find the borders of this world. There's either going to be a barrier or there's going to be access to more lands. Because right now people are contained in this circle globe earth that keeps people thinking, oh, if I travel around the world, I'm going to end up right back where I started. And that's how they want you to think. But nobody's ever traveled south and came up around Antarctica to the other side. So there's this plane pilot who's saying that there's this challenge and he wants to take people around Antarctica. Well, there's been challenges like that before, and no one's ever successfully done it. A couple years ago, someone did the same thing. Everybody put their money up, and he's asking a whole lot of money to do this in the first place. And then when people put their money together with the other trip, it never happened. It's like the website just disappeared. Some prominent researchers were going to be a part of that, and they were left looking crazy because it never happened. And so with this new pilot claiming, oh, it's simple, anybody can do this, we can get this done. We can go around the Antarctic and we can prove the globe earth. Well, I doubt that will ever take place either. He doesn't realize that this just doesn't happen. It hasn't happened. No one does it. So I don't think that's ever going to happen, whatever this guy's planning. I haven't even heard anything from him in a long time. I might leave a link so you can check out his proposition. I might leave that link in the comment section in the description box. So here's the thing. If people continue to multiply, people will end up pushing out towards the borders eventually, because there's just going to be so many people on this earth. Somebody's going to end up discovering what's at the Antarctic outer ring. And if they find more land, then we will see, oh, that's why they wanted us captured in this circle area, because they didn't want us to find more land. They didn't want to see, they didn't want people to realize that. And then we would know that, okay, so that's why the Bible said we can multiply, is because we can multiply unlimited on this earth, if that's the case. Or there might be a time later on when the new system, when the new kingdom from heaven, as we discussed in the previous video, when that comes down and the firmament opens up and everything, and we get to that point, maybe that will be the point when people will be able to travel across or beyond the firmament. If there's a barrier, there's all types of theories I covered in my Flat Earth Advanced series, where we cover options and possibilities of whether it's a hard barrier or outer rings or maybe an infinite plane or whatever. But the infinite plane theory would fit nicely with being fruitful and multiplying unlimited, where you could have not 10, 20, 30 billion, but we could have unlimited amount of people multiplying forever, and the world would be able to be unlimited in that aspect. So another reason why they don't want people multiplying is because people are becoming smarter and smarter with all the ideas, and everyone's sharing ideas in the hive mind mentality with access to communicate with each other. That's why they're so against multiplying, and they're so against communication, free communication, even though that's a right. But they don't want people to continue to figure stuff out and question their narrative. It's like they're keeping us locked in a basement, it seems like. It's like the restrictions are so over the top, and people are encouraging this because they don't understand that there's people that are suppressing our growth as people, and there's people in charge that just are totally against humanity, it looks like, and half the general public doesn't get it, and they keep putting these people in charge of us. They keep putting more of these people in charge of us that wants to take away our rights and our ability to multiply and our ability to communicate and everything, to stop us from understanding this earth. The science community has actually played a big role in this as well, with their reluctance to allow people to think in the general public, allow the general public to expand their minds and question them. They're not allowed to even question them, which makes science a religion. Because if truth is on their side, then they wouldn't need to be so restrictive about people questioning things. You would be allowed to. It wouldn't be harmful to anybody, because questioning things is healthy in understanding our reality and our world. And just to know that we're not being lied to, we should be able to ask questions regardless of if, people shouldn't be saying, oh, you can't ask that question. And we already know that's the truth. Just like they think with the globe earth, it's like they think that's the only way, what was described to them about this earth. And it's like, no, actually, with everything they've described to us growing up, all that stuff, there's alternative explanations for everything. The sunset, going around the world, how they think planets are what Earth is, and they think planets are solid objects. All these things, there's answers to everything, to every single alleged globe Earth proof. David Weiss, DITRH, actually has a challenge out for if you can prove the globe Earth, you can get like 3 Bitcoins. Nobody's ever cashed in on that yet because there is no absolute scientific proof of a globe Earth. So people don't realize that there's explanations. There's logical explanations to explain anything any alleged proof of the globe. There's an alternative way to explain that debunks your explanation. So what DITRH, one of his examples is there's a proof where there's a globe proof, or there's a flat proof, or there's both. It works on both. So for everything, most things fall into it either works for both flat Earth and globe Earth, or it just works for flat Earth. There's nothing where it only works on a globe. Otherwise, there wouldn't be this discussion. So basically, they don't want us to be fruitful. They don't want us to multiply, and they want to put it into that. They want to put it into communication. They want to stop everything from advancing to where it could actually advance to. So we'll have to continue to get the message out, and continue to wake up the world, continue to prove that we've been lied to. And the more people we wake up, the quicker we can get away from these leaders that want to lie to us. Because when you realize the truth, you can't be lied to anymore. When you realize how much they've lied to us and how massive the lies were, even lies about our very reality and the very earth we live on, when you realize how far they have gone with the lies, at that point, people will actually awaken to the point where they can no longer be lied to again by these leaders. These leaders wouldn't be able to get away with these massive lies that keep on destroying our reality. It's like they keep on coming up with everything to get public opinion. So it's like things will happen and they'll bounce on that. So we got to take away your rights because this happened. People won't fall for that anymore once they start realizing how much they've been lied to. You can't have these big events where all of a sudden we got to change all these rules and take away rights just to protect us. No, people aren't going to fall for that anymore once we realize the truth. May God help us in becoming aware and awoke so that the world will awaken and be able to see past all of the deceptions that they've put before us. This has been Feed Your Mind. I'm going to leave some links if you want to sign up to my free email newsletters. I'm going to leave some links if you want to support this channel. I'm accepting as little as $1 donations. If you want to help keep Feed Your Mind online, I'm going to have some documentary style videos on the way, so on my Patreon page. So get ready for that. I'm going to leave links. I'm going to be at Feed Your Mind 3 dropping videos and everything like that. So look, thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the HQH2O water if you want to get rid of all the fluoride out of your water. Links in the comment section and description box. I'm out of here.